Hello and good evening of all things. So it is about 20 past 11 at night on Monday. It's been a chaotic day, so I've not had a chance to film my introduction to this week's A Day in the Life of Johann Goree. So hello and welcome to A Day in the Life of Johann Goree, where we follow me on a day-to-day basis in my week, so you get an idea of what I get up to each day in the week. This morning was a little bit rushed, so got up, went to the Home Office, delivered our 52nd episode of Ask the Accountant. So that's our weekly live episode. We've delivered a whole year's worth of Ask the Accountant episodes, live every week without fail for 52 weeks, which is no small achievement. Anyone that's thinking about podcasting and getting into that, my top advice to you would be ensure you can be consistent, because there's plenty of other podcasts that have come and gone in the last year where they started off and they were doing much better than we were, and now they've disappeared because they haven't got the consistency. So yeah, 52 weeks, every single Monday, 8:30, we've been going live to our audience and to the nation, which is no small achievement. We're very proud of that. I then got onto a train from Edinburgh, heading down to Chelmsford, where we're doing the QuickBooks Chelmsford Roadshow tomorrow. We got as far as York before we found out there's problems. Basically, there was some signal breakages and errors. So we got into London 3 hours late in the end, which meant instead of arriving at my hotel about 4:30, I got here about 7 o'clock in the end, which isn't ideal. I was looking forward to getting in, doing some work, and then going out for some dinner. Instead, I just went out for some dinner with Anne Patrick. We went for some dinner. We caught up with a load of the QuickBooks team here back in the hotel afterwards, which was lovely. And then, yeah, back to our rooms and early start tomorrow. Breakfast at 7, meeting with Aaron and Rebecca Williams, who is also speaking tomorrow. So we'll see what QuickBooks Chelmsford's got to offer. We are told that the numbers are as strong for Chelmsford as they were for Reading, and Reading was a fantastic audience, so I'm looking forward to that. I will be doing my morning panel session again, where we're talking about my digital journey. That will be chaired and led by Matt Brodie, as it was in Glasgow, so that'll be good. Hopefully, by the time we get to kind of this episode going live, I'm hoping if the episodes of me speaking live aren't available on my YouTube channel yet, they will be soon there. So if you didn't come to any of the events, or you came to one but not all of them, and you want to see all the video footage from all of them, keep your eye out, because we will be going, I will be releasing all that footage to the YouTube channel. So yeah, it's late, I'm tired. To be honest with you, this is the second time I've filmed this outro/intro/outro, because I filmed the first one in a time lapse, which made no sense at all. But that's what you get if you don't check the settings first. So I will see you all tomorrow at QuickBooks Roadshow Chelmsford. Once I've done that, I will be shooting back up to Edinburgh tomorrow night. I'm pleased to say, thanks to my favourite app, SeatFrog, I will be travelling first class again, and only £45. I think I would have paid £300 if I wanted to go first class on the way back. So it's a nice, substantial saving. Again, SeatFrog doesn't sponsor me or anything like that. It's just an app I really enjoy using. It saves me a fortune and lets me travel in a higher level of comfort and peace and quiet to get some work done, especially in the evenings when I can catch up with emails and stuff without any hassle. So yeah, QuickBooks Roadshow Chelmsford tomorrow, followed by travelling home, ready for a week of meetings Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, basically. So yeah, join me tomorrow as we go behind the scenes at QuickBooks Roadshow Chelmsford, and let's see who we meet and what happens. Okay, so we are here at Chelmsford Racecourse for the QuickBooks Connect event for the roadshow. It's been a really good day. Really positive day actually. Fully enjoyed it. Lots of great speakers again here. Lots of great conversations with attendees. They've yeah, really nice diverse crowd of people starting up, people that have been going a while, people that have been going a long time. Really good conversations. The session this morning was fantastic. Lots of really good feedback. Really enjoyed answering the questions, some really good questions as well, like tech stacks and stuff. Great to be on the stage with Chris. Chris is, doing some great things in acquisitions and growth of his business. So it's always interesting to hear his stories. But yeah, it's been really good. I've got to finish up here and then shoot back to the train station and then try and get some emails done and stuff. I've got a huge build up of notifications that I've not dealt with yet, but we will get there. And then, yeah, back home and 3 days in the office, which will be nice to play catch up and do some actual work. But yeah, so fantastic day so far.
Good evening. It is 10 o'clock. I've got another hour and a half to go on this train. I'm on my LNER Azuma train from King's Cross to Edinburgh. I was one of two people in first class this evening. I'm now one of one, which is lovely. Plenty of hospitality for me. Absolutely fantastic day again. Really enjoyed the racecourse event. Bit of an odd location, if I'm honest. It was a bit out of the way. But overall, the venue was great. The location just wasn't ideal. So I'm looking forward to getting back, going to bed. Next 3 days are relatively busy. I've got quite a few appointments in the calendar, and I need to catch up with the team. It's been a while since I've caught up with each person and properly and sorted some things out. I took advantage of getting away earlier than planned from the conference today to be able to do some work with Shums, our new credit controller. So just refining his processes, confirming what we are understanding to be the process that we're going to be doing. So I've done that. I had a long chat with Aziri, who's one of our client managers as well, various discussions about the team that he leads over Johann for us. He will be making some slight changes for us just to refine things, but that's all good. So yeah, it's been a productive evening already. I've got all my emails done. I'm up to date on my email. Responded to everything I needed to respond to, or I couldn't respond to at the moment. I do need to get back in the office, do some more emails, do some more various bits of work to be able to respond to emails. But that's all good. That's all in hand. So yeah, absolutely fantastic 2 days. Yesterday's travel was a bit of a nightmare with the 3-hour delay, but today definitely made it worthwhile. Really enjoyed it. Had a really great session today with Chris, who's another member of the Accounting Council. He and I were on the panel about your digital journey, so that was really fun. I got referred to a couple of times as a celebrity, which was always nice. Awesome. Can I have a hop-on beer, please? Oh, well, since I'm the only one in here, slight benefit of being the only person in first class, you get 2 beers. Yeah, absolutely great session with Chris today. I've known Chris for a year and a bit now for the Accounting Council at QuickBooks. What he's doing with his firm is phenomenal. Like 8 acquisitions, gone from 500,000 to 2.2 million turnover, phenomenal growth. Very focused on the next generation of the industry. He's getting ready to retire, as it were, but runs an extremely modern and futuristic, forward-thinking firm, which is lovely to see. So yeah, great session, and of course, as soon as I've got that session edited, I will provide that on the YouTube channel as well, with all the others that I'm going to be releasing in the coming weeks. But yeah, I'm now going to tune off and switch off and go and have a beer, 2 beers apparently, and I will join you all again in the morning, where we're going to crack on with some work, because I've not really managed to get much done. Client Engage has been really busy, loads of emails and inquiries coming in, so I need to catch up with all of that. Andy and Peter have done their best to keep on top of it all, but there's a few bits I need to deal with. And then tomorrow client meetings and team meetings. So yeah, I look forward to that. I will catch up with you all tomorrow.
Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. It is 8:15. I've been in the office for the last half an hour, catching up with some team members quickly on Teams and just catching up some loose ends I needed to tie up for some self-assessment accounts and stuff. Today is all about client meetings. I'm going to go see a client this afternoon. I've got client demos for Client Engager. And yeah, just catching up with my team. I feel a bit out of touch with the team at the moment because I've been away for best part of the last 2 weeks now with road shows and various things going on. So looking forward to catching up with everyone, making sure they're all right, see if there's anything I need to do to support them better. And I've just had notification that my episode of Accountants Are Sexy is now live. So this is a podcast I did with a lady called Kelly. She works in the accounting industry and she runs this podcast called Accountants Are Sexy. So Kelly asked me to go on and speak on her podcast a couple of months ago now, ready for season 2, which is released. And my episode just released this morning. So I'll be sharing that on my YouTube channel and my LinkedIn profile and stuff. So make sure you have a listen to that. Kelly was a great interviewer and she's got a great podcast to listen back to other episodes on. In fact, my friend Peter, the insolvency liquidation expert that I speak about quite regularly, is also on that podcast a couple of weeks before me. So definitely worth tuning in and having a listen to that podcast. So I'm going to crack on and get some work done, catch up with the team, and I will tune in with you guys later on. Good evening. It is 8:30. I forgot it's Wednesday, which meant you always finish Wednesday with a live Q&A session with your client engager group, don't you? So yeah, just had a really good client engager live Q&A session. First one in a couple of weeks because I've been away when the roadshow is so busy. But I got to do a live demo of the new Client Engager client portal app, which is going to go live in the next few days to 2 weeks. We're just waiting for certifications to finish from Apple and Android. But lots of positive feedback on that. Everyone was very happy with how easy it was going to be to use for the clients, which is always great. But yeah, and not a bad day. 2 really good Client Engager demos. Got quite a lot of client work done in tax returns and other stuff. Caught up with all my team and checked in with all of them, which I feel it's been ages since I've caught up with them all properly on a one-to-one basis. So really pleased to have done that. So yeah, it's 8:30, so I'm going to finish for the day and head back in and go chill out before a day of meetings tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Good morning. It is Thursday and today is a day of Zoom meetings and popping in to see a client for a client meeting as well. So looking forward to all of that. I'm also making further progress on our Linebooks integration, getting some of our clients that are not using any software at the moment onto Linebooks and adjusting their working flows in Client Engager so that we've got the right workflow for the right people. I'm also finishing off some DEX removals and putting them into auto entry after the DEX price hike. That's been quite a project for us. I mean, before the DEX price increase was announced in August, we had 187 users on DEX, different businesses. They're now down to 66, and we're dropping that even further in the next few days as well. So I think we're probably going to be left with about 20 or 30 users on DEX. The rest will go on to auto entry. So yeah, I mean, it is 8:10. It is dark, overcast, and somewhat wet outside. We're expecting torrential rain for the next 5 days in Scotland. Red warnings are out for weather, so yeah, it will be inside meetings as best I can for the next few weeks, where I don't have to, few days, so I don't have to go out in the rain and meet clients. At 11 o'clock today, I'm going to be doing a webinar. I'm a guest on a webinar for Apron. We're going to be talking about the broken payments and payables system and how Apron comes in and solves that for us. Apron As I'm sure you're all aware if you listen to Ask the Accountant or QuickBooks Labs that I speak on, or if you see me speak at any of our live events, you'll know I'm a huge fan of Apron. Apron makes payables so easy for people using QuickBooks and Xero, don't get me wrong, but other people have got a solution to Xero. This solution's really good for QuickBooks when no one else has got a solution for it at the moment. So yeah, I'll be doing a webinar live with Apron at 11 o'clock today. So I'll try and get some B-roll for that and footage so you can see behind the scenes of that. And yeah, let's see how we get on. I will see you all later on. Good evening. It is 4:45 and I'm finishing for the day. Really good day. One of those days where your diary's full with calls, but not one call takes longer or as long as you've scheduled for it, which is always a nice day because you get lots of wins and lots of time back to get other stuff done. I did my Apron webinar, which was myself and another Apron user speaking to Debbie, their head of engagement at Apron, talking about our journey with Apron, what we used to use before Apron, if anything, why all of a sudden we're now using Apron and what it's enabling us to do for our clients. So absolutely great session for that. If you're not using Apron, have a look. It's a really good tool. I'm not sponsored by them, but definitely worth having a look. It adds huge value to your payroll service in the form of payroll payments free of charge. And it also adds the ability for you to launch a whole bills payment service off it as well at very competitive transaction values. So yeah, definitely worth looking at there. Spoke to a client, went and had a client meeting. Clients suffering fairly badly from VAT bills at the moment. Can still pay them, but leaves them very demoralised at the end of every VAT quarter. So they'd asked their friends for advice, and the advice was terrible from every angle. So one lot of advice was, oh, you don't need to be VAT registered for the first 3 years. What are you doing? Through to, well, just set up a new business every time you get to the £85,000 turnover bit and just run them all from the same shop. It'll be fine. So classics, golden classics of poor advice. But yeah, so really good day. Really enjoyed the Apron webinar. And I've just spent the last half an hour rearranging my kit. So up until this point, what you've seen is me filming using my iPhone 14 for my face to camera production. So I've been filming with my iPhone 14 attached to a gimbal, which is absolutely great for when I'm out and about and stuff. But I've sat there thinking, well, I've got a really, really good bit of kit sat in a bag not being used, and that's this Sony CV10 that I've got. And it made complete sense to me just to get that out and get it set up on this permanent rig that I already have. So I'm now filming with the CV10, Sony CV10, which is a fantastic camera. We normally use it as camera C when we're filming podcasts, but I don't normally take it with me to anything else because an iPhone, my Insta360 Go camera and my gimbal are more than enough when I'm out and about. I like a lightweight package. I just plug my DJI mics into that. Whereas today I've now got my DJI mic plugged into this Sony CV10. I've got a brilliant little Elgato light box on top of it to light me up. So hopefully the image is sharper. It's better to look at and watch from a viewer's point of view, giving you better imagery as well as good quality audio from the DJI mic. So yeah, let me know if you see a difference between the shot from Thursday morning and the shot from Thursday evening. But that's it for today. I'm going to have an earlier finish and I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning and welcome to Friday. It's 8:30 in the morning. I've been in the office for my usual half an hour, going through some emails, catching up with the team members via Teams. We've got a few challenges to deal with today. We've got a client whose mortgage lender isn't being particularly helpful. So we're going to have to try and work out how we can support that client get the mortgage she needs. We've got HMRC being not very helpful. They've not accepted a filing we've put in. For some reason, they're asking for stuff that we've already filed, but we'll refile it and start again. But again, it's just trying to keep the client happy. When HMRC are doing everything to upset them they can and deflect the blame onto us, basically. So yeah, a few challenges to deal with today. But I've got 2 client engager demos, and I've also got a meeting with a client at 11:30. So we're going to go and have a coffee, catch up about his business. Before now and then, though, I need to do some cash flow planning for one of my other clients and start some due diligence work on some other clients' work that are looking at making some acquisitions. So should be a busy and productive day. I'll tune in with you later on to let you know how we're getting on. Hello, it is, what time is it? 3:25 on Friday. I'm going for an early finish. I'm very excited. Really good day. Really nice chat with a client over a coffee. They've got money in the bank and they just want to know how to take it out of the bank in a tax efficient way. Very nice to have that conversation, whereas at the moment we seem to have a lot of conversations of, I've got a tax bill, I've got no money to pay it. So yeah, really nice conversation to have there. The demos for Client Engager went well, both of them taking out trials to sign up, hopefully. Client Engager continues to grow on a weekly basis. It's hard to keep on top of it at times. But yeah, and then I've done some due diligence work this afternoon, and once again, 2 due diligence cases, both on the brink of whether they go through or not for acquisitions, because the cash flow just doesn't support the business plan. One of these, another accountant's looked at and said it all looks fine, and the first thing we've done is check the bank data and said no, this is horrific. They hit a huge deficit in their overdraft in December, and this time last year they were 35 grand better off than they are right now, so they're going into an even bigger overdraft in theory. So, but the previous accountant that said that the due diligence would look fine couldn't see any of that because they were just looking at these accounts and they were just looking at a profit and loss and a balance sheet. It's like, no, you need to get into the bank data and you need to analyze it, and that's why we do these bank analytics using that tool from Armalytics that we love. So yeah, potentially another no-go of a deal, but at least the client's not walking into a mess and they're not committing to things they can't honour because of the cash flow of the business. I just think accountants and bookkeepers need to stop getting so hung up about a profit and loss statement and a balance sheet. Actually, it's the day-to-day cash flow in the banks. That's what's really important for a business. That's the blood flow of a business. So let's hopefully get that message across there a bit more. But yeah, really good week. Long week with travelling down to Chelmsford and back. Looking forward to a week of no travelling next week. I'm in the office all week, getting on with some more due diligence cases, getting on with some other bits and pieces that I need to do, implementing more of those softwares that we're already halfway through implementation of. So yeah, I will see you all next week. Hello, my name's Johann. It's advanced. It's a lot more powerful and quicker to mine. Okay, so I've decided to convert it to make But it's a good business. The owner just doesn't care. I'm not sure how much good content Lizzie's getting out of this. We are live. I've got Johann Goree in the house. Welcome to another episode of Ask the Accountant We Have Good Friends. And I actually met and came up with the idea of this podcast